All right, so we're going to start a scary story challenge. So I want you to think of a scary story or a suspenseful story. This story can be made up, or it can be something that happened to you or someone you know. So it can be a true story as well. And I want you to be as creative as you can as you think about this story. Okay, so I want it to have a title, and then you're going to type it on a Google Doc and send it to me. Ideally, I'd like it to be a page long. You can put it at 12 font or 13 font, Times New Roman font, and then 1.5 spaced, okay? And you do that by going to Format and to Line Spacing and down over here to 1.5 spaces, okay? So this story needs to have an entire plot, meaning an exposition, which is the beginning of the story. That's where you introduce the characters and the setting and really set the stage for what the story is going to happen, what's going to happen in the story. Okay. Then you have the rising action, and remember this is where the conflicts take place. So you can have a person versus person, person versus nature, person versus society, or person versus self. Then you're going to have a climax, which is the mind-blowing part of the story. That's where everything, the most important element, that's where everything builds up until that moment. Okay. Then you're going to have falling action, where everything kind of falls into place, and then the end of the story or the resolution. Really want you to use vivid details. So go back to that figurative language slideshow that we did last week, and you can use some of that figurative language to build in your story. Okay? And then spelling and grammar and punctuation, capitalization, all of that counts in your grading. All right, so keep your ideas simple. Here are some ideas that can help get you started if you're having a hard time getting started. Okay, so a car breaks down on the side of the road. Ooh, an abandoned house or warehouse. Someone is home alone babysitting a child. An amusement park. If you've ever been to Valley Scare, this could kind of help get your creative minds going. A haunted house. Being lost in the woods or trapped in school. Ooh, okay. Have fun with this, do the best that you can. But now that you know kind of the outline of the scary story challenge, I want you to go to the scary story writing outline, okay? And I've shared this with you, um, and you have one for each of you. So go ahead and write on this as much as you can, and this is going to help you form your story, okay? So once you have an idea of what you're going to do, fill this out. So main character, maybe the main character is me, or maybe it's the Wicked Witch of the West. Okay. Maybe the other characters are, my dad or my best friend. Okay. In the setting you're going to have, this is the time or place. Okay. So maybe it's winter at Valley Fair. Okay, maybe it is summer on a lake. Okay, and the time of year, maybe this is set back in time. Maybe it's the year 1903, or maybe it's just this last summer. Okay, person versus. So now we have the rising action. This is where our conflicts are going to take place. Okay, so maybe I'm having a conflict with I don't know, me and my dad. My dad are fighting. Okay. Person versus nature. Maybe I go out on a canoe and it sinks. Okay. Maybe person versus self. Maybe I don't know how to swim. Or I am wearing a bunch of clothes and I am sinking. Okay. Climax of the story, the turning point. Okay, maybe I am saved by my dad. Or maybe I don't know, whatever. You can be as original as you want. Be creative, okay? And then the following action, maybe my dad and I. Oh my goodness. Wake up. Okay? So that is just a general idea, and it was done very quickly. I want you to be creative and do the best you can in this outline. Once you've done this, then I just want you to scroll down to the next page, and I want you to start your story. Okay? Use all of this information up above to help you create your story. Remember, ideally, I want you to have it a full page in length. Okay? So be creative, use imagery, use figurative language, use details that really help the readers put themselves in the story. Okay? If you have any questions, I will help you. Just email me, but do the best you can filling out this story and then starting your scary story project. Okay?